what is going on, Poke fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Morpeko V deck and the standard format, Sword and Shield deck, the new one, with Electro Wheel attack, which says that you can hit for 150, discard energy from this Pokemon. If you do, switch it with one of your banished Pokemons. Spark can go for 20 plus 22 your opponent banished Pokemons. Pokemon, actually. Later we can use Morpeko V Max for that max discharge 180. This attack should also does 20 to each of our opponent's banished Pokemons as well. With the Absol Dark Ambition, we can prevent our opponent from being able to retreat without extra energy. Tapu Koko Dance of Deviations can allow us to discard Tapu Koko from play into the loss zone and attaching up to 2 energies from discard pile to different Pokemons on our bench. Tapu Koko with the Spike Drill and Thunderous Bolt that have also for retreat and can also hit for 200. There's one Zapdos as non-V or GX attacking Pokemon, 1 prize attacking Pokemon, 3 Jirachis and then 1 of each Mew, Fion and Mimikyu as a tech. Additionally, I'm running for the setup only 4 copies of Quick Ball. For damage increasement, I'm running 4 copies of Electro Power. There is 1 copy of Energy Switch as a tech, 4 copies of Lillie Pokédoll, and 1 Great Catcher with 4 copies of Pokemon Catcher. Additionally, as a tech, we have 1 copy of Reset Stamp in this deck, as well as 2 copies of Switch for easier switch, and 2 Escape Boards for that Jirachi. 1 of each Thunderous Mountain and Viridian Forest, 1 copy of Guzma and Hala, 4 Marnies, and 2 copies of Rosa with 4 copies of Waltner. Speaking about energies, I decided to go with 2 Recycle and 8 regular Lightning Energy cards. And this is the deck list I'm going to use in today's video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you already didn't, and please let me know what you think about the deck list in the comments below. So, see you in the game for now. Alright, so I'm starting with my Absol. There is no Pokemon available in this opening hand, so looks like a little bit problematic, I should say that. At least there's a Quick Ball and a Lillie Pokédoll. Following that, there's a Switch and Recycled Energy, so potentially I can grab something out. I'm just gonna need Jirachi. I have already Switch, and who knows what else later can be found. So we are playing against Mildeck. Alright, that's just not gonna be easy for us, I can definitely say that. Yeah, Zacian can actually gave us 2 prize cards. We actually need to catch those Chinchinos on the bench with the Pokemon Catcher, and once we do that, we are actually almost a halfway to the victory. So there's a little bit Pokédoll. As I mentioned it, I'm gonna need to find a way to avoid them somehow. Absol might help me a little bit. There's the evolution. Incense for the first Chinchino, and we are gonna see Interrupted Sword that can actually be used at a turn 1, so that's so broken card that I'm not gonna even try to explain how broken really it is. Okay, so knowing that I'm not gonna need a Great Catcher in this matchup, I can actually just grab myself that Jirachi. Well, I guess I can retreat, and I can use Stellar Wish into Waltner. Alright, the truth is, with the Waltner, I can grab myself an Energy and another Quick Ball, for example. And then I can use Quick Ball and decide to maybe deal some damage. I can go for like 110 with my Zapdos, for example. But what I'm gonna do after that? That is such a nice question. So I'm just gonna go with a Quick Ball play where I'm just gonna grab myself a Tapu Koko. Seems to be a interesting attacking Pokemon, but it can also give me the Spike Drive here And yeah, it can also be used for extra acceleration with that spike drop, no doubt about it. Let's see what we can actually find out. So there's a Make Do Cinccino, the first one just enters the play. And yeah, with the first Cinccino in play, my opponent can start taking some cards, discarding a card from the hand, drawing 2 cards with that powerful ability, and he can definitely try to thin the deck a little bit. The biggest problem for me should definitely be a Beleba and the Bryceman. Once they start discarding the top 3 cards of my deck, I'm gonna be definitely in a trouble, especially if my opponent can discard some kind of, if he can discard proper cards as well. So he have 2 Belebas in his hand, and that's a little bit problematic for me right now. And there's another Minccino just hitting the board. Alright, I'm gonna definitely need to find a catcher. Finding a catcher for myself will actually allow me to go for a nugget against Cinccino. Alright, so the good thing is that Air Balloon cannot allow my opponent to retreat his Asian, which is the biggest problem for him right now. So we do have Fion, but he does have Lillie Spookydol on the bench. Alright, Stellar Wish into the Pokemon Catcher. I don't have Lighting Energy available, so the only thing that I can potentially grab myself here is a Quick Ball, and with the Quick Ball, for example, I can discard 1 Rosa because I'm not going to be knocked out anyways this matchup, and I'm just going to go for something like a Tapu Koko. So let's go with Energy Acceleration, Dance of the Asians. Alright, only 1 energy available. They really need to fix this glitch. No doubt about it. Okay, and I can use my Electro Power and hit my opponent with the Spike Drove for 50. Plus I'm gonna draw 2 cards, Marnie and a Quick Ball. Alright, not bad. So next turn I can actually find myself an energy use, Thunderous Bolt, hit for 200, knock the Zacian out, grab the first 2 prize card in the game, and take the huge advantage later, trying to find a way to get those catchers and to knock more Cinccinos. The biggest problem are gonna definitely be the biggest problem for me are definitely those Belebas and Crushing Hammers. But so far, my opponent didn't play a single Beleba and a Bryceman. He actually decided to discard 3 of them. He can recycle that back easily with the Pulp Pad. But for me, alright, there you go. So we are actually going to see that Lillie Spookydol coming in the active position. So I actually need to discard a Quick Ball with the something. Okay, we have Fion. So having Fion right now is a very strategically important for us because we can avoid this Lillie Spookydol. Finally, 2 Crushing Hammers. One of them hits the heads. Probably my Lightning Energy will be discarded in this case. Yes, it does. So, yeah, I won't be able to knock Cinccino out, which is kind of depressing. He actually managed to slow me down a little bit. Ooh, he decided to discard another Pokéball. So far, so good. Beleba and a Bryceman. I might just decide to go... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with Fion. There's another... Alright, so he actually returned that Recycle Energy back to my hand. Alright. That was 4th Crushing Hammer. Nope, 3rd. Alright. 3 Crushing Hammers he played. And there you go. Magcargo also discarded. I have 36 cards. I don't need to worry too much. I just need to hit my opponent with the Marnie and hope to get good cards. Marnie as a top deck. Well, as it looks, I'm just going to Whirlpool Suction, something in the front, and then I'm just going to hit my opponent with the Marnie. Potentially, what I can do here is I can grab myself a Zapdos as example, and with the Stadium, and with an Electro Power, I can knock Cinccino out. Close but not enough, unfortunately. Close but not enough, unfortunately. Alright, with that being said, let's go with the Spike and Draw for 2. 20, my opponent down to 4. There's Recycle Energy, which is probably going to be... Actually, I'm looking forward to put Recycle on the Tapu Koko, retreating Tapu Koko to Zapdos, playing Energy Switch, and maybe playing another Marnie. Marnie is a key card in this case because it can put my opponent down to 4, and I really just need to find a way to knock those Cincinos out before my opponent starts milling my deck. So far, he played 3 Belabas and Brycemans. There's the Chaotic Swell. Alright, so he managed to find Chaotic Swell somehow. Another Zacian being discarded. Okay. You really need to play a lot. Ooh, that was a 4th Crushing Hammer, but unfortunately, tails for my opponent. Luckily, he flipped 2 tails and 2 heads, but he just managed to knock one of those Recycle Energies and 1 Lighting Energy. So, he's down to 9. He's down to 9. He is down to 9, and there is Interrupted Sword. Alright. Whew. A Lighting Energy. Alright. I know one thing for sure. I'm looking forward to retreat. Use Energy Switch. Move that energy. Play in the Marnie. Reset my opponent hand down to 4. And we are looking forward. I have 2 Marnies left. At least I think. Thunder's Assault for the knockout. So first Cinccino was knocked out. There is a Lighting Energy card. So next turn, I can try to find Switch, I guess. Switch into Tapu Koko for 20 for 2 energies. Maybe I might even decide to go for Pokemon Catcher. I still don't know. I still don't know. Maybe a Oranguru hits the ground right now, so I need to deal with the Oranguru as well. Those Crushing Hammers are gonna be important. Crushing Hammers are they will just start circulating. Ooh, there's the Mewtwo. Alright, so he discarded Mewtwo. We need to put Mimikyu on the bench. Actually, we need to do that. I also need one Morpeko, because with the Morpeko I can hit for 20 on the bench, 20 to the active, and that way I can try to knock 2 Cincinos in a single turn, and that's gonna be so important. There's the Faba, so I'm gonna lose my Recycle Energy. Well played for my opponent. And yeah, hopefully I can top deck something like Morpeko. Finding myself Morpeko might be very useful. I don't think my opponent is playing Switch cards. He's moving down to 2. If we can somehow mill him out, that would be amazing. Really, it would be. So, Volkner. Volkner for energy, and maybe I don't have another Quick Ball left, so I guess I can just go for something like Electro Power. And what can I actually do with Electro Power? I can hit for 40. No, doesn't seem to be a good for me at all. So yeah, I'm gonna Whirlpool Suction him, and I'm just gonna go with that Spike and Draw for now. Before that, I need to put that Lillie's Pokédoll back into my deck because it is a useless space on the bench. Cinccino. Alright, switch to Lillie Pokédoll. Discarding the Lillie Pokédoll. Putting Jirachi in the front. Using the Stellar Wish. Ooh, Pokemon Catcher. That's good card. With the Pokemon Catcher, I can't knock anything out. But I might just try to stall a little bit. Trying to deal more damage to Zacian in this case. With the Spike Drill for 20. Alright, I'm not quite sure how many energies my opponent have left, so I just decided to take a huge risk here attacking this Zacian Wii. There is a Ball Pad, so it might be for Faba, but I highly doubt about that. 2 Prize Mans, recycle it back. There is a Tackle for 2 Prize Mans. If you have Lieutenant Surge strategy, you can start discarding some cards from the both players' top deck. How to win against your opponent mill deck? Well, it's pretty simple. Just attack 1 Belaba and Bryceman and you're gonna have a win. Simple as it is. Without energy or switch, he can only Paw Pad and hope for the best. Sooner or later, he will just run out of the resources. And my main focus needs to be this Oranguru. Once I can knock the Oranguru out, I can do so many trouble for my opponent. It is my turn. There is another Pokemon Catcher. I'm gonna put that Morpeko Wii in play. Spike Draw for 2. It's important to find some catchers. I didn't. Next turn I can Spark for 20. Hit 20 on the bench. How many Paw Pads did he use? That's so important. So far I see only 2 Paw Pads in discard pile. I see 1 Belaba and Bryceman. 1 Belaba and Bryceman gonna hit the ground right now. Probably for 3. And then he can try to use another Paw Pad as long as he cannot... Oh, there's the Ordinary Rod. Let's see which 2 Pokemons or energies or combination of that are gonna be shuffled back. So he decided to go with the Oranguru and a Fire Energy. Alright. Pretty cool. He's preparing himself for the Doomsday. Yeah, he really wants to switch Retreat on the Oranguru so he can resource management. And we do have that Catcher. And with that Catcher, we can go for 2 prize knockout against Zacian Wii. Actually, he decided to put the Lillie's Pokédoll and play Belaba and Bryceman. None of the good resources being discarded. I still have catchers available. There's the Paw Pad. Alright, 2 Belabas and Brycemans. I think I can probably win the game if I can just knock Oranguru out before he actually retreat and do that resource management. Yeah, he will resource management, probably energy, Paw Pad, and who knows. And who knows what else. Let's just find that out. Oh, no energy. Means that he have energy in his hand. Is it worth to play Marty? Well, I guess. Maybe go for 1 Chinchino instead of the resource management Oranguru. Nope, not gonna happen. So, well, yeah, I'm knocking the Oranguru out, moving down to 2. I still have 2 catchers left. So, let's see. Make do. He should be able to find all he really needs. Question just remains, well, Tails on the Crashing Hammer, luckily. How many Crashing he have? Alright, so we still need to knock Zacian out for 2 prize cards, and when we do that, we need 2 more Chinchinos, or maybe Chinchino and Oranguru. Good thing is that he discarded 4 Belaba so far. only see one Pulpad. I only see one Pulpad, Oranguru, and get that energy attached. And a Pulpad. So yeah, he can play one more Make 2. He can even use a Tackle for a Beleba and a Priceman. Discard the top 3 cards of my deck. If I manage to flip heads on the coin flip for the knock against Chinchino, that would be amazing. Because right now he would have only 2 Chinchinos, and let's say next turn I manage to knock another one. So he hit my reset stamp. I'm down to 11. This game is very close for me to lose it out. So yeah, the truth is I'm gonna need to knock the Zacian out as fast as possible. Will it be possible? We shall see. So we need to try somehow to knock the Zacian out. It is my turn. Well, well, well. If I can flip heads, that's it. We just need one heads. This is the opportunity. All right. I don't have switch. I did flip heads on the coin flip. How many energies did he use? 2, and there is 1 recycle. I cannot knock him out. I can't attack, so the only thing that I can actually do is I can just retreat onto Morpeko, deal some damage with the Spark on the bench, trying to apply a little bit of pressure down to those Chinchinos. Hopefully we can actually win this game. Alright, so next turn, with energy attachment, I can try to retreat, knock the Zacian out, grab 2 prize cards, but I'm out of the catchers. I'm out of the catchers, knowing that my opponent is down to 1 card and knowing that he has Zacian. And the top spot, he discarded 3 cards. There's the Pulpad. For 2 Belebas and Prizemans, and should be enough. Should be enough. And Ordinary Rod. It should definitely be enough. For my opponent, it should be enough. And just to find a way to put some cards back into my deck. Lillie Pokédoll might be one of the cards that can be recovered back. Even worse, he's preparing to attack me with the Mewtwo. Once I knock the Zacian Wii out, he can use Mewtwo for Macargo. He have 5 cards remaining. So another Chinchino took, actually the same one, took 20. Zacian down to only 80, 90 HP. He should have some energies available for retreat. Yeah, I should rather go for this. If I decided to go for the Zacian, game would be over anyways because he would have the Mewtwo. So I would just delay myself a turn right now. So yeah, it is just impossible in this case. He needs to retreat. He needs to play Oranguru. And once he plays Oranguru, he can return 3 cards back to his deck and pretty much play another Beleba and Priceman, and that should lead me to defeat. Kind of annoying to play against those mill decks, just because if you run out of the catchers, actually in order to win against mill deck you just need 1 Oranguru and then you can just simply deal against it, returning yourself resources like a catcher back in your deck, so you can simply attack over and over again. Alright, so what do we get here? You have 2 pulp heads, which doesn't matter too much. We have only 1 card left, so in order myself to survive, actually I can't survive because he will just play what he needs. Let's see, Stellar Wish. Oh, I retreated myself. Well played. So yeah, basically overall, in order to win against Mill deck, you have 2 options. The first one obviously is a Ranguru play, which is the safest one in my opinion. And the second one is just to tech 1 Beleba and Bryceman for yourself, so you can just surprise your opponent from nowhere if you get unlucky enough just to discard the top 3 cards from his or her deck at your own turn. So make do, and there we go. Beleba, Belelba, and a Bryceman, and there is even a Pulphead. I guess we don't need to play that game anymore because it is a GG. So overall 25 minutes of pure torturing for myself. Couldn't go against it. But hey, there we go. That's the deck list that I used in today's video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, sub the channel for more videos. Thank you for your watching. We'll see you next time.